This is an instructional video of ProSeal LMA insertion technique. ProSeal LMA is a second generation supraglottic device. It is made of medical grade silicone and has a few modifications over the classical LMA. It has a dorsal cuff which on inflation pushes the ventral cuff into the periglottic tissues to improve the seal. The airway tube is a wire reinforced tube which prevents the double tube configuration from being too stiff. Lateral to the main airway tube is the gastric drainage tube which travels all along through the bowl till the tip. This allows the regurgitated gastric contents to bypass the glottis and prevent pulmonary aspiration. It has a built-in bite block just proximal to the 15 mm universal connector. There is a locating strap on the anterior distal tube to accommodate the metal introducer. The ventral cuff is a large proximal to improve the seal in the pharynx. The inflation line has a pilot balloon and red plug valve. The introducer is a curved, malleable, silicone-coated metal blade with a guiding handle. The distal end fits into the locating strap and the proximal end fits into the airway tube. Now we move to the preparation of the LMA. Open the sterile autoclaved pack of appropriate size LMA. With proper cleaning, sterilization and handling, the ProSeal LMA can be used for 40 times. After a visual inspection of the LMA, check the inflation line after closing the red plug at the port. Always use water-soluble lubricant like the KY jelly for lubrication and not the lignocaine jelly as it may delay the return of protective reflexes. Apply the jelly at the inlet of the gastric drainage tube for ease of insertion of Ryle's tube and on the posterior surface of the cuff. Too much jelly on the anterior surface of the cuff may block the airway aperture. Here I have opened a number 3 ProSeal LMA which can take a Ryle's tube of a size of 16 number. But I have used a 14 number Ryle's tube here. Insert the Ryle's tube through the gastric drainage tube till the tip of the Ryle's tube is just seen at the anterior aperture of the gastric drainage tube. Now place the metal introducer tip into the locating strap at the rear of the cuff. Fold the tubes around the convex surface of the blade and fit the proximal end of the tube into the matching slots of the introducer. Insert a syringe into the valve port of the inflation line. And after confirming that the red plug has sealed the valve, deflate the cuff by holding it firmly against a flat surface. Deflate completely till the cuff walls are tightly flattened against each other. Check for any folds or wrinkles on the cuff wall. A cuff deflator provided by the company can sometimes be used for the same. The flattened wedge shape facilitates a traumatic insertion and correct position, though some people may prefer partly inflated cuff of the LMA at the time of insertion. Now we move ahead to the ProSeal LMA insertion in a patient under general anesthesia. Before insertion of the LMA, ensure that the patient has been well prepared and met all the prerequisites for general anesthesia. Pre-oxygenate the patient, have a running IV access, implement standard monitoring procedures, achieve adequate level of anesthesia else there could be coughing, breath holding or laryngeal spasm. Choose the correct size of the LMA, appropriate for the patient's body weight. While the LMA can be inserted in deep plane of anesthesia immediately after IV propofol induction dose, I prefer to confirm ventilation after induction agent, give an IV muscle relaxant and then introduce the LMA once the patient is optimally paralyzed. The ideal head position would be head extension with neck flexion as an intubation, but the advantage of LMA is that it can be inserted with minimal head and neck manipulation. Open the mouth and introduce the LMA along the hard palate with the bowl of the LMA facing the tongue. Slide it further into the hypopharynx till definite resistance is felt. Smooth forward movement of the Ryle's tube into the esophagus confirms the proper placement of LMA. Once the Ryle's tube is in place, the metal introducer can be gently removed along the curvature of the LMA. Now inflate the cuff with the recommended volume of air as printed on each LMA. Make sure the intracuff pressure is less than 60 cm of water. Avoid holding the tubes during inflation as it prevents the mask from settling in the correct position. A small outward movement may be seen as LMA seats itself into the hypopharynx. Now connect the LMA to the anesthesia circuit and confirm ventilation of adequate tidal volume, normal airway pressures as seen on the monitor, and watch for normal configuration of the capnogram waveforms. Correct placement should introduce a leak-free seal against the glottis with mask tip wedged against the upper esophageal sphincter. The bile block should be at the level of the teeth. Adhesive tapes can be used to fix the device and prevent device rotation or accidental dislodgement during surgery. A cuff pressure device can be used to monitor and adjust the pressure in the LMA cuff within the recommended range. Too much air in the cuff may in fact dislodge or malposition the LMA, collapse the drain tube, and because of high pressure may also cause mucosal ischemia, sore throat, dysphagia, and nerve injury. On this cuff pressure device, the red zone is the high pressure zone and the green zone is the safe zone. The metal introducer, which is used to introduce the ProSeal LMA, has to be separately purchased and is not always a part of a new packed LMA. So, some institutes may not have it. In such cases, the ProSeal LMA should be held like a pen with the index finger in the introducer strap. The index finger then guides the device to advance into the hypopharynx until the resistance is encountered. Before removing the introducer finger, the non-dominant hand is used to stabilize the LMA. This prevents the LMA from being pulled out when removing the introducer.